Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW21, or its employees.
You're watching Carolina and Company Live. Your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your hosts, Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. If it's happening in the area, it's on Carolina and Company Live.
And hello, everybody. Cecil Chandler here. Amanda's winding up a little vacation out in the Bahamas. She'll be back tomorrow. But we've got a great show today. It's all about beach music. That's right. All about beach music. We've got a number of beach music groups with us, and it's all going to be a lot of fun. And all you got to do is sit back and get ready. But right now, let's check on the weather.
Your first warning weather with meteorologist Zach Covey.
All right, well, today's forecast, high temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. Partly cloudy skies, too. And yes, even a late day shower or storm is possible, but it's going to be primarily across the border belt. I'm talking Laurinburg, Lumberton, Whiteville, potentially even seeing an isolated shower. Much of the Grand Strand and PD staying dry. We'll keep that rain chance only at a 20%. Here's the reason why. We just don't have a lot of lift. Lots of moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico as that southwest flow continues in between two frontal boundaries. That southwest flow really impeding across much of Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and South Carolina. But we don't have anything to lift that moist air up. Remember, you need moisture and lift to create showers and storms. The lift associated with the frontal boundary right there from the Tidewater of Virginia out through the Outer Banks out to Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. But that's still way too far north for the lift to actually generate shower and storm chances here. As a result, we'll keep those partly cloudy skies around thanks to the moisture we have, but don't expect a lot of showers and thunderstorms. Now, North Carolina will be dealing with a lot of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. They've got that frontal boundary, and that's why I'm really pinpointing the best shower chances along the border belt from Laurinburg through Lumberton and Whiteville, because they may be just on the fringe of that lift. But much of the PD, Grand Strand, we're pretty far away from that lift, and that's going to limit our rain shower chances. In fact, by the afternoon, mostly sunny skies across the area, and these high temperatures that you see in the upper 80s to low 90s feeling more like the mid to upper 90s, simply because that moisture and the daytime heating warming you up. It's going to feel a lot hotter. Then by midweek, mid to late week, we've got an area of low pressure, one of the strongest lows we've seen in quite some time, associated with a very deep and long cold front. This is going to sweep through Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and that's in return going to bring a lot of cool Canadian air to the region. The air above our heads feeling more like 50 degrees. At the surface, that's going to lower our temperatures from 86 to 82. Along portions of Myrtle Beach from 88 to 82. Charleston 89 to 85. So a little bit of a drop in those temperatures, and you really notice it in your overnight lows, where Grand Strand locations will be feeling like the upper 60s to low 70s, and inland locations feeling more like the mid 60s. It's going to be the first substantial fall time low.
And welcome back, everybody. It's Beach Music Day, and let me tell you, we've got a group of people in here now. Let me tell you some of the people we got today. Jim Quick, Marshall Morgan, Gary Lauder, and the entire Smoking Hot Band. And Craig Willard's here from the Embers. We've got a great show lined up, some fun stuff. And we want to tell you now, the reason we do this, because, you know, you got to think about it. SOS comes to the Grand Strand 3 times a year, then they have a midwinter little conference thing. And everybody gets together and they enjoy beach music. That's what it's all about, and everybody's keeping it alive now. And that's what we're trying to do by bringing in all these top artists to talk a little bit today about how they got started, their career, and, you know, things that they're looking forward to in the future. All that's coming up. We got some great stuff today. Don't go anywhere, and don't forget, call one person. Tell them we're on the air. Coming up in just a few minutes, more beach music. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. All right, we're going to start off with Jim Quick, Coastline, and he's been doing it now for a little over 25 years. The man's from Laurinburg, North Carolina, and his followers, they call him Coastline Crazies? Mm-hmm. Is that, where'd that come from, Jimmy?
They started calling themselves that. I'm not exactly, I guess there was a little posse that started up when the band started playing at the Beach Music Cafe when Broadway at the Beach opened in the 90s. And I don't know, these ladies started coming out with those T-shirts, and it just kind of grew.
Coastline Crazies.
Yeah, which is an understatement. Yeah.
All right, Jimmy, being from Laurinburg, North Carolina, you travel all up and down the coast doing beach music. Now, when did you decide you wanted to do this? When did you decide you could sing?
I never decided that. I'm not sure anybody has, but I didn't decide to do this either, really. I was going to school at Pembroke State University at the time. It was PSU, not UNCP. But, you know, I was trying to major in physics and go do something normal with my life, but there was a bunch of high school guys that we'd been in a band with together, and they forever, and they wanted me to play with them, and I just did it for fun on the side. One summer, Broadway at the Beach opened up, and they wanted a young band to come there, so we went in there just for fun, really. And I don't know, one thing led to another, and it ended up being a permanent thing.
So now what, this 25 years?
25 years, Labor Day weekend will be 26. 26,
yeah. Labor Day weekend.
First gig was 92, Labor Day weekend in my dad's backyard.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a gig, though.
Yeah, well.
That's it. Now, y'all travel a lot. What's the furthest y'all travel?
I guess the West Coast of Mexico, we go there quite a bit. It's kind of crazy. We played like Puerto Vallarta and Cabo San Lucas probably 3 or 4 times and never been to California. But, yeah.
Well, that's pretty good, though. See, most of the bands travel up and down the East Coast.
Yeah, well, that's most of what we do. On a yearly basis, we go from D.C. to Key West annually and probably towards the Mississippi River from New Orleans and stuff like that. But mostly Coastline plays Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. That's probably where we spend probably 80% of our time.
All right, I got to ask you, your favorite song that y'all have done. You got a lot of great songs.
Man, I tell you, it was kind of weird. I really do have a favorite. It's She Poured It On. We've been playing that song since our very first performance. A song that was written by a friend of mine, Jonathan Burton, who used to be one of the guitar players for the Manhattans. And I don't know, I play that song every show for 25 years.
All right, we got a little video we're going to show here. We got a little video of you now. This is a neat video. All right, tell them the name of it.
Oh my goodness, Down South. Yeah.
There he is singing Down South, and you had a lot of pretty girls in there, Jimmy.
Yeah, a lot of paid models. Those weren't friends.
Where was this shot
at? Lake Norman. It was actually shot in the spring, like around March.
Yeah.
The pool was empty when we got there. It was a 2-day shoot, and it was very cold. They were not happy, and neither was I. No, it was very, very cold.
But that's a fun video. It looks like y'all had a fun time doing it.
Yeah, well, the producer made it look that way.
The producer made it look fun.
No, it was fun. We had a lot of fun.
All right, that's what I was asking. But it's a great video. And Jimmy, I appreciate it. It's always fun to have you on when we have Beach Music Day because you're very popular in the groups up and down the coast and everywhere else, even Mexico.
Yeah, right.
Jimmy, thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you. And I'll bring back some tequila for everybody next time.
All right, we got more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody. Beach Music Day with a lot of beach groups on the show. And now we've got Marcia Morgan with us. Now, Marcia is originally in Asheville, North Carolina. And we're going to find out a little bit about her. Now, when did you start singing?
4 years old in church.
4 years old?
My aunt was the pianist, and she put me on top of the piano, and I sang He's Got the Whole World in His Hands.
Hey, that's a great song.
And I said, this is fun. I'm going to keep doing this.
So when did you start singing like with a band?
When I was 19.
19?
I started at the Grove Park Inn in Asheville with a band.
It's a nice place. I've been there.
Have you?
Nice place. Now,
well, I had to go there every day. It was just the guy that played it was a famous German pianist, and me and another girl sang with him.
All right, now there's something a little interesting about you. I understand that you performed in We Are the World, the musical?
The song.
The song, I meant, the song.
In 1986 in L.A. at the American Music Awards.
How did you do that? How did that happen?
I had just put out an 80s album, and that was all original with Paul Davis, the producer. You know, he's...
Paul Davis?
Yeah, he's a big dog. Yeah, he's passed away now, but he sent me out there to ABC, and ABC Television was starting a record company called ABC Records,
right.
And so I was the unknown. My thing said unknown talent, And so then I got to be a part of the big, when they called everybody up on stage to the American Music Awards, I got to stand beside Cyndi Lauper and Huey Lewis, and We Are the World. You remember?
Did they talk
Most
to you?
people are too young.
Did they talk
remember.
to you any? Did they speak to you?
Yeah, they did.
They did?
They were
Okay.
really nice.
That's good. How about Michael Jackson? They understand you did a video with him.
He wasn't really there, though.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
You were doing your part of it when they
Yes.
put it in
Yeah,
there.
he
What was
wasn't.
the video?
It was part of the We Are the World.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
But he wasn't really there. But Prince was, so that was really cool.
Prince was there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he had his shoes were about that high. And he had on the purple suit. And he got me a little glass of wine. And he called
He
me
did?
Madame. And I was like, Madame? But it was fun. It was a great memory. I
That's
was
good.
really proud to be a part of that.
All right, now how long have you been doing beach music now?
This is my 5th year.
5th year?
I
Okay.
did Top 40 Rock for years and years.
Okay, and you travel up and down the East Coast mostly?
Yeah, just
All right, here's a little bit of you playing. There's your website, of course. Everybody has their website where you can find out more about the groups and where they are. And there she is performing. Where is that at? Do you know where that was?
I don't.
That's all right. That's okay. That's okay. You're doing a good job on it, though. But do you love what you do?
I love what I do, even though it is work at times. Now,
Yeah.
I think all the musicians here will tell you it is work.
Oh, I know it
And
is.
it's very tiring, but it's worth it because as an artist entertainer, our job is to make those people have a good time. And if you can make them forget their bills and their problems just for an hour or two,
Yeah.
you've done your job, and you can feel it from the people.
Yeah, maybe I'll get all y'all together singing. I'll forget about my bills. See if that'll help me some. I don't know if that will.
Yo, you guys need to help us pay our
Yeah.
bills.
Well, Marsha, we appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you very much for having
They
me.
can check your website out and find more about you.
That's right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a
All right.
great day.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. And welcome back, guys. Gary Lauder and the Hot Smoking Band here. How about it, guys? Yeah. All right, we're gonna start off first. Gary, you're gonna introduce everybody.
This is Harold Smith, our keyboard man.
Okay.
Mr. Carlos Perez, guitarist. Funky Leroy Harper back here, our sax man. Mr. North Carolina Beach Music Hall of Fame inductee, Keith Stone. Our only executive chef in the band, I'm not
Whoa.
kidding, Eric Malden.
Yep.
And Mr. Mac Barnhill, our road manager.
All right. Well, you brought the whole crew today.
I brought them all.
All right. Now let's talk a little bit about you. Now you grew up. You grew up where? Where'd you grow
I
up?
grew up in the big town of China Grove, North
China
Carolina,
Grove.
Rowan County.
They wrote a song about China.
They
Grove.
did. Let's just pretend they did.
Okay. All right. All right. With you being the lead vocalist and all, you play a number of instruments.
I play not keyboards, trumpet and congas, some percussion, a little bit of keyboards, but here's our keyboard man.
That's the man.
I know a little
All right.
bit.
Now, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been singing?
This all started in high school, actually.
Really?
And, yeah. And it started in church for me, vocally.
Yeah.
But and it progressed to high school bands, and then college. And, you know, I was always a guy getting out of the marching band, leaving at halftime, going to the gig with the band, you know, never going to the prom. Going to the gig with the band, you know, but...
So you played in the marching band?
Oh, of course,
that's
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now how long have y'all been together, this group?
This group has been, the Smoking Hot originated about 8 years ago. We've gone through some personnel changes like most of the groups
bands do, yeah.
But the nucleus of the band, the drummer, has been with us since the beginning. Dan Thomas, he couldn't be here today. And we've got a trombonist. We got a big family.
Yeah.
And most of these guys have been around now for quite a few years. Roy's been with us since the beginning, and Keith.
We got some video. Here it is. Here we are. So y'all are rocking here now.
Yeah, this was on Main Street.
Yeah, down in North
had a
Myrtle
few
Beach.
people there.
Yeah. And this is, you know, you love what you do, Gary.
We do. We absolutely do love what we do. And if people ask us, do we do it for the money, we just look at them kind of smile sometimes. we do make a little bit of money, but it's not for the money. It's for the love of the craft. And these guys are some of the best in the business. I couldn't be prouder to have them all in the group and be a part of them when they play.
Well, you got to make some money or you can't survive.
We do.
Nowadays.
We do. We play about 4 or 5 times a week when we're busy, and it slows down a little bit on the first part of the year sometimes. But we're averaging about 140 gigs a year.
That's
now.
good. I was looking at that video earlier today and had H. Lee on there.
Yeah, H.
Lee's
Lee,
in that
God
video.
bless him.
I know it. I
Yeah.
miss him so much. But let me ask, if I had to ask you this, what is your favorite beach song to play? What is it?
Well, I would.
You play it every
You know,
session.
I'd have to say, you know, last year we were actually awarded Song
Yeah,
of the Year.
that's right.
And it should have been Loving You's the name of the song. I'd have to say it's one of my favorites, one of my
Okay.
all-time favorites. There's so many, but that one really gets my attention. Not because it was a Song of the Year, but I loved it before I recorded it, and had no. It's a contemporary crossover gospel song, and that's what made it unique. And people really migrated to it. They loved it. They danced to it. Have no idea it's a contemporary gospel song except for one line in the song that makes it that way. And so it just blended right into our market.
Well, there's your website right there where everybody can check him out. You can book him and you can do everything with him if you need him to do that. But we appreciate you being here, man. This is a lot of fun. And all
thanks
you
so
guys, I'm glad all of you came.
Thanks so much. We get a free car for coming, don't we?
You get a free, yeah, a Hyundai. I'm
A
gonna send
Hyundai,
you
a
one.
Hyundai, right?
Everybody got hats, and he wanted to wear his hat, so there it is. Thank y'all guys for being
Thank
here.
you.
We really do. Thank you a lot. All right, we got more coming up. Who's next? Oh, Craig Woolard standing over there. We'll
No
be
way.
Right back. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody. Craig Woolard. Used to be with Craig Woolard Band, now back with the Embers.
That's right.
And y'all travel a lot, don't you?
And we are burning up the road.
How many shows y'all do like in a week during your full season?
We just finished 5 the week before. We did 6. This week we'll do 5. It's 250 a year.
Wow. All right, now you're out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
That's
and
right.
I remember one time you told me, you said, beach music has been very good to me.
It has indeed. I've been able to put 2 kids through college, got 1 in grad school, so, you know, life is good.
That is really good. All right, now when did you start with music?
I started, I played in high school like everybody else,
Yeah.
you know, and went to college for a year. That summer, I got an offer to go on the road with a band. I said, hey, that's what I want to do. And from there, this has been what I've done.
All right, now, this is something that he's performed, listen to this, for governors, presidents, and he played with a lot of big groups like the Four Tops, the Temptations, and the Rolling Stones. You know, tell me about performing with the Rolling Stones.
Well, now, that was before my time. That was probably 10 years before I joined.
Oh, was
back
it?
in the
Okay. With
60s.
the
The 4-piece original
Oh, okay.
Embers opened up for like the Rolling Stones, the Dave Clark Five,
Wow.
the Beach Boys, several of those acts because they were tied into WKIX radio station in Raleigh with Charlie
Kicks.
Brown.
That's right. With Charlie Brown up there in the Kicks radio. Well, you've done a lot of stuff, though. I mean, one of my favorite songs is, you know, Love Don't Come
No Stronger.
That's a great song. Now,
It is
that
a
an
great
original?
song. No, that's
it's
not.
Okay.
That was recorded by a guy named Jeff Perry. I can't remember when, but I always had it in the back of my mind to do it. And one day I got a phone call from Chris Beeler with Forevermore Records asking me to produce a track and sing it. That's what I
There we
did.
are. We got you here entertaining here because y'all do so much, and it's so great to go see you. And y'all are one of the hottest bands out right now. And the website, we're going to show the website where people can find out where you are and how to get in touch with you to find out more about booking you and doing stuff like that. Now we're going to talk about Beach Music Awards. Now I don't know how many. Let's count. Give me a rough estimate how many Beach Music Awards you've won.
I did not know, but I called Peter Carpenter and Curtis Carpenter, the guys who own the Beach Music Awards, and they told me they thought it was 32, but that's a plenty.
Jim Quick's close.
He might have more, man. I don't know. But if he's not, he's on my heels.
Well, it's well deserved. It's well deserved. And I tell you, the Beach Music Awards coming up in November, October,
Yes.
November, and we'll be talking more about that too. Craig, thanks so much for coming all the way down from Raleigh. We do
Thank
appreciate
you,
it, my
Cecil,
friend.
for everything you do for the music.
Well, I love it. I love
I know
it.
you do.
Thank you so much.
got
All right, we got more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's funny, it's crazy, and you never know what Cecil or Amanda are going to say or do.
Hollywood! good.
It's Carolina and Company live weekdays on ABC 15. A fun show that makes you laugh and makes you feel good about where you live. If you just moved to the area, Carolina and Company Live is the show you need to watch. You'll find out about everything going on along the Grand Strand, PD, and Border Belt. Check it out weekdays at noon on WPDE ABC 15.
Boy, we had a great time today with all the beach music entertainers, and let me tell you, beach music's here to stay if you live along the Grand Strand. Now, if you just moved here from the north, hey, that's what beach music's all about. Welcome to the area. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day, everybody.
Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW21, or its employees.